Oh, thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the February 3rd Naperville City Council meeting. Roll call.
Worley,
Here.
Gibson,
Here.
Holzhauer,
Here.
Jane,
Here.
Kelly,
Here.
McBroom, Syed,
Yep.
White,
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Our first item on the agenda tonight is awards and recognitions. Councilman White will present the first proclamation for Black History Month.
All right, good evening, everyone. Can I get the members from the Naperville Neighbors United to come on down? All right. This is the Office of the Mayor of City of Naperville, proclamation for Black History Month, February 2026. Whereas Black History Month, observed each February, is a time to honor the rich history, culture, and contributions of Black Americans who have played a pivotal role in shaping the fabric of our nation and local community. And whereas the study and celebration of Black history are essential to understanding the enduring struggles, resilience, and achievements that have marked the journey toward equity and justice in our society. And whereas the City of Naperville maintains within its mission statement a commitment to create an inclusive community that values diversity. And whereas recognizing Black History Month provides an opportunity not only to reflect on history, but also to recommit ourselves to the ongoing work of equity, inclusion, and mutual respect in Naperville. And whereas Naperville Neighbors United exemplifies the spirit of unity in education by fostering dialogue, creating connections, and celebrating the diversity that enriches our community. And whereas through initiatives, events, and conversations, Naperville Neighbors United continues to inspire individuals to engage in meaningful learning and to act toward creating an inclusive environment for all residents. Now, therefore, I, Scott Worley, Mayor of Naperville, do hereby recognize Naperville Neighbors United for its unwavering commitment to fostering unity and inclusivity and proclaim February 2026 as Black History Month in the city of Naperville. And I encourage all residents to participate in this celebration, to learn about Black history and culture, and to contribute to building a community that values and uplifts diversity. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Yashawn Rule, and I am a senior at Wabanzi Valley High School. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share what Black History Month means to me. Black History Month is more than a time to revisit historical moments or recognize well-known figures. To me, it represents a chance to acknowledge the depth and impact of Black contributors that have helped shape this country and continue to influence it today. Many of these contributors were made in times where recognition was very limited, yet their effects remain present in our culture and everyday lives. Black History Month also highlights the importance of understanding history as a shared experience. Black history is not separate from American history, it is an essential part of it. From advancements in art and music to leadership in science, education, sports, and social progress, Black individuals have played a crucial role in shaping the world around us. Recognizing these contributors allow us to gain a more complete and accurate understanding of our collective past. Black History Month also encourages reflection. It challenges us to look beyond what we already know and to engage with perspectives that may have not always been centered. Through learning and discussion, we are reminded that progress is built over time and that awareness is a key step toward understanding and respect. For me, Black History Month represents recognition, reflection, and continued learning. It is a meaningful opportunity to honor the past while thoughtfully engaging with the present. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
Black history is American history. That is a fact. It is not separate, it is not supplemental, and it is foundational to who we are as a nation. Black history tells the story of perseverance in the face of injustice, leadership forged through adversity, and progress driven by faith and courage. It reflects both the challenges that were faced and the growth that followed. This February marks the 100-year anniversary of Black History Month, a moment to reflect and a reminder that celebrating and uplifting these stories remain important today. I'd like to take a moment to share one of these stories and recognize someone who is here with us this evening, Naperville resident Louis Freeman. Mr. Freeman, come on. Mr. Freeman spent 36 years with Southwest Airlines, becoming the first Black pilot in 1980. And in 1992, he became the first Black chief pilot of any airline. And to be clear, Mr. Freeman wasn't chosen because he was Black. He was chosen because he was the best. I've been grateful to hear his story shared, and one moment that always stands out to me is when he was selected to fly Rosa Parks, a pioneer of the civil rights movement, to her final resting place, a reflection of the respect he earned through excellence and leadership. At a time when history and lived experiences are being questioned or overlooked, moments like these remind us why Black history matters and why these stories must continue to be shared and remembered. We cannot go backward, only forward. The story of America is still being written. What will the chapters ahead say about who we choose to be? Thank you.
And Mrs. Schatz, we have one speaker signed up for comment on.
Yes, we have one speaker signed up, Regina Brent.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to bring you a little Black history note for this month. From the African Methodist Episcopal Church, a statement on the removal of exhibits at the President's house site. And this is being read tonight because I want to let Mayor Worley know that we appreciate his courage and his continued support, and that we appreciate Benny and the rest of the council for all of their courage and loyalty to continue to recognize African-American contributions that we've given to not only Naperville, but DuPage County as a whole. On Thursday, January 22nd, the exhibit, The Dirty Business of Slavery, related interpretive panels were removed from the President's house site at Independence National Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We write to express our profound sorrow, righteous anger, and deep alarm that this assault on the history of the United States and on the history of Christianity in this land, this act does not restore truth, but attempts to sanitize it, precisely targeting those narratives that name slavery, white supremacy, and Black resistance as central to American story. As formerly enslaved persons, Bishop Allen and Father Jones organized the Free African Society in 1780 for economic, spiritual, and social support. The true insanity is the belief that tearing down signs can alter the truth of this nation's tortured past or erase the fact that many of the so-called founding fathers held human beings in bondage while proclaiming liberty. Removing these panels does not heal our division. It deepens unhealed wounds, obscures the sin of slavery and its ongoing legacy. We name the pain and outrage these actions caused to people of Philadelphia and to the communities across the country. Bishop Allen said before his death that the land which we have watered with our tears and our blood is now our mother country, and we are well satisfied to stay where wisdom abounds and the gospel is free. A testimony that indicts any effort to make freedom's story smaller, whiter, or less truthful. And so, Mayor Worley, while these things are painful to our community, you have healed our hearts tonight with presenting us with such a proclamation. We thank you. God bless you.
Next, I will present the proclamation for 203 Day. Superintendent Bridges and students, and I think we've got some of the mayor's office interns. Please join me at the front dais, or at the front podium. Well, if you haven't figured it out, today's February 3rd, 203 Day. That's the superintendent, Bridges, of District 203. And then we have three of our mayor's office interns with us here today who are serving from different high schools to accompany him for this presentation and the proclamation. And it reads, Naperville Community Unit School District 203 Day. Whereas February 3rd, 2026 marks the celebration of 203 Day for the Naperville 203 community. And whereas Naperville Community Unit School District 203 seeks to honor the achievements and the contributions of its students, staff, and community on February 3rd, 203, as a time to reflect on and celebrate collective success. And whereas this special day is dedicated to gratitude, giving, and celebrating the teachers, the staff, the students, parents, volunteers, schools, community members, businesses, past, present, and future, all of those who work together to make Naperville 203 an exemplary school district. And whereas students and staff will use the 203 Day celebration as an opportunity to share and model acts of kindness and service throughout schools and be in the broader community. strengthening those connections and spreading positivity. And whereas Naperville Community Unit School District 203 annually commemorates 203 Day by engaging the community and empowering students to develop a learner's mindset, demonstrate adaptability, communicate effectively, think critically, and grow as global citizens. And whereas Naperville 203 remains committed to upholding the dignity and uniqueness of every individual, fostering responsible citizenship, and demonstrating the excellence that is achieved through the collective efforts of students, staff, parents, and the broader community. Now, therefore, I, Scott Worley, Mayor of the City of Naperville, do hereby proclaim February 3rd, 2026 as 203 Day in the City of Naperville. Congratulations.
Just be very brief. First of all, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, members of the council, for this recognition on 203 Day. Thanks to Rohan, Rihanna, and Abigail for joining me up here this evening. In 2022, Naperville 203 celebrated its 50th anniversary as a consolidated unit school district in the city of Naperville. And as an offshoot of that, in collaboration with the Naperville Education Foundation, we looked for ways to be able to thank the community, both local and global, for the support of public education and specifically Naperville 203 within our community. So 203 Day is celebrated in the second month and the third day of every year now, and is dedicated to gratitude, kindness, and service across the Naperville 203 community. So members of our student body today took a moment throughout the day to pause and express various levels of gratitude, whether it be thank yous to bus drivers, Valentine's Day cards to service members, or other expressions of gratitude for people throughout our global community. So I appreciate the recognition and support of our district. And then as I think about my 14th year here as superintendent in this school district, I'm grateful for the support of the community throughout. Thank you very much.
Next on the agenda is public forum. I'd like to remind everyone of the citizen participation rules in the city's municipal code for speaking at city council meetings. Speakers are asked to present their comments in a respectful and courteous manner. Speakers should be on topic, or stay on topic, and be cognizant of their words. Personal attacks on council members, staff, other speakers, or members of the audience are not allowed. If inappropriate language or comments are expressed during this meeting, you will be asked immediately to stop commenting. Also, for audience members, there is no cheering and no jeering. Actions such as applauding, cheering, booing, or any other noises during or at the conclusion of any remarks made by any speaker are not allowed. If this occurs, you will be asked to stop immediately, and if it continues to persist, I will recess the meeting until the audience abides by the rules in our city code. No speakers should ever feel intimidated by the crowd. Audience disruption is meant to intimidate those speaking, and I will not allow it in this chambers. Audience members with signs, the signs must not block any other audience member's view. Speakers are given 3 minutes to address the city council, and to help speakers stay within the 3-minute time frame, we have a timer located on the side dais to your right. It will give the visual cue when the 3 minutes are expiring. This helps speakers conclude their comments in a timely manner without being cut off. The timer will buzz when it hits 0, and we will alert the speaker that their time is up. If a speaker's name is called and they are not in the room, we will move on to the next speaker and we will not go back. Speakers are encouraged to remain in the council chambers until the conclusion of public forum in the event council members want to ask follow-up questions. And tonight we have lots of speakers for different topics as well as our public forum at the beginning of the meeting. We have this roped off section right here in the front row. Mrs. Schatz is going to call groups of speakers, and as those groups are called, we want you to come up to the front row so you're all ready and set for the podium. Mrs. Schatz, please call the speakers.
The first two speakers in public forum are Tim Ferrito and Richard Stark.
Hello, my name's Tim Perito, a Naperville resident. I'm here to talk about air emissions. There was a lot of conversation 2 weeks ago during the city council meeting about air emissions. And I thought I could add some clarity. I worked in the energy industry for 30 years. I dealt with air emission regulations a lot. So, in 1990, the amendment to Clean Air Act was enacted to regulate and reduce criteria pollutants such as nitrogen oxides, particulate matter, and sulfur dioxide. And it was regulated to a de minimis level. That was a whole plan to get to a low level where it doesn't harm the environment. This is done for both stationary and mobile sources. So what this meant for diesel generators themselves, the EPA created a pathway based on tier levels, and that's what I'm showing on this diagram here in the chart. The vertical axis is PMs, the horizontal axis is NOx. As you can see, as each tier level got more and more, as we went from tier 1 to tier 4 final, there was a huge reduction in those emissions. So after billions of dollars spent by the industries, they were able to achieve a 98% reduction in these pollutants from 1990 levels. It's a huge accomplishment, and I think something that's overlooked a lot. They did this by reformulating fuel, engine design, adding catalyst systems, and also adding filtration systems. So this is not only with generators, but with cars, buses, school buses, trucks, all the modern transportation vehicles have seen a 98% reduction since 1990 levels. Next, I want to talk about the diesel generators for the Karis data center. I'm not here to resurrect the data center, but when you look at that design, there were 24 diesel generators. If you do the math, the exercising events that would occur throughout the year will only occupy 1.5% of the time if they hit their max, 10 hours, only 1.5% of the time. So now I want to focus on PM 2.5 emissions because I think it really shows how impressive these machines are. So if you go down to the lower box, you'll see PM 2.5 emissions for a generator is about 15 grams. For one log fire, it's about the same, 17. But it gets even more interesting because with the diesel generators, they consume a lot of air and they put out a lot of exhaust, which is inert. It's nitrogen, steam, and carbon dioxide. And so the concentration of PMs is very, very low compared to a log fire. That's it. Thank you.
The next speakers
Thank you.
are Richard Stark, followed by Dan Jurjevic, followed by Swati Dale.
Hi, my name is Richard Stark, and I've been a resident of Naperville for 6.5 years. Now, all of you know me as the leader of the modeling team, but that's not why I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight in the role of strategy to offer a simple but meaningful recommendation. And my recommendation is that the City Council begin in the new business tonight to the process of assigning Brian Groth the responsibility of developing a long-term electricity strategy. This is a moment to answer the fundamental question, what are we trying to achieve, and to establish a framework that will guide Naperville forward towards these objectives. To support Brian in this work, several of us with deep strategy experience have formed a small advisory group. My own background includes more than 15 years of developing, implementing, analyzing, and refining strategies as a senior director of strategy and a vice president of corporate development. My partner in this, Mike Milano, is a retired Army Major General and retired executive from Target. He has significant strategy expertise from his service as Director of Strategy on the Joint Staff in the Pentagon, where he was responsible for developing the U.S. National Military Strategy. He is also author of the book, Large and in Charge, which is about leadership. We look forward to the City Council providing the strategic guidance needed in this area. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next speaker.
The next speaker is Dan Jurjevic, followed by Swati Dale.
Good evening, everybody. I'll stay well under my 3 minutes here. Dan Jurjevic, I'm a lifelong resident. I'm a local home builder, and I'm here tonight speaking on behalf of Northern Illinois Home Builders Association, of which I'm a past president, and specifically the Housing Advocacy Committee, of which I'm a member. Coming to make a few remarks tonight about the consideration of building stretch codes in addition to the recent code update cycle that we went through to get on the ICC 2024. I want to let everybody know that the Northern Illinois Home Builders Association opposes consideration of the stretch code for a variety of reasons, the majority of which have to do with the cost prohibitive nature of any benefit that this code would end up providing. A group of my colleagues and I came to a building review board meeting in October and were able to listen to a stretch code presentation. It was suggested during that presentation that a typical cost increase on a house would be around $3,000. My colleagues and I have done actual analysis on real projects with actual energy raters, and our findings are quite different. Tens of thousands of dollars with very negligible energy savings in return. We hope to introduce the Home Housing Advocacy Committee tonight as a resource to both the city staff as they consider continued consideration of the stretch codes. We'd like to be a resource to city staff. We also seek an audience with city council members for any meetings or input that we can provide to try to give you guys the best information possible as you're making these very important decisions for our community and our residents. You know, as I stand before you, I can tell you that you know, my experience as a home builder for over 20 years, most recently the thing that we see most is an affordability issue, specifically in our community for attaining housing in Naperville. The stretch code doesn't do any favors in terms of improving the affordability issue that we already have, and we look forward to being a part of the process going forward for the consideration of this stretch code implementation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
The final speaker in public forum is Swati Dale.
Respected Mayor Sir, City Council, and community members. I, Swati Dayal, a resident of Naperville for almost 4 years now, would like to begin by thanking you all for giving me the opportunity to speak today. With 20+ years of experience spanning multiple industries, I'm known to be a global marketing strategist, an entrepreneur, a business leader, and a lifelong learner. But today, it's all about education. As we all know today, 203 seeks to honor the achievements and contributions of its students, staff, teachers, parents, and community that make 203 an exemplary district. I'd like to share my views around how technology and educators can come together to empower learning. I understand and fully respect that the district is adopting